blurring in and out
Okay.
with it yet. So it's just going to have to be that way. I'm hoping that you can see, though, uh, the screen I'm sharing. We're going to focus on a couple of websites for this. I hope you got your coffee because it's so fall outside because it's chilly. Um, and if you don't have coffee at this time because it's just not your thing, maybe a little decaf, a hot cocoa, I don't know, Pepsi. Um, so uh, some
You
of,
know, I'm
yes,
sorry. I do want to let everyone know,
go ahead.
um, your chats right now, they will be directed either to me or Yvonne, as you can tell. So good morning to everyone. Hello all. I want to say that Carmela and Lourdes says hello all and good afternoon to all. So just wanted to
Mhm.
share that.
Awesome. So today we're going to be focusing on a couple of scholarships. Some of these scholarships, majority of these scholarships, I'm trying to focus on students who are either undocumented dreamers or documented. Um, and however, I will be talking about a scholarship, um, two scholarships on here that are everyone would be eligible for, as well as students who are undocumented. My name is Dr. Yvonne Arazo Davila, and I am a student life specialist for student activities. You may know me as the IOC advisor. Um, I tag team with Tiffany on anything she's doing. Uh, and I'm also co-advisor to Phi Theta Kappa, but I'm not front face. That's all Tiff. I do all the magic in the background sometimes, like, I don't know, pull together teams to review PTK members' Fall Common App, which is open right now. So don't forget about that. So, as many of you know, Dreamers and undocumented students are highly unlike it's really highly improbable to kind of get funding opportunities for them. So when there are funding opportunities, I like to let them know because I'm also the advisor advocate for Dreamers Undocumented and DACA students, as well as the Dream.us scholars, which is what you see right now on the screen. The Dream.us is an organization that uh, really, it came together from bipartisan efforts from Republicans and Democrats, and some people who are in outside organizations and non-for-profits, and they all kind of came together and decided, we have to do something for these students who can't, of no fault of their own, were brought here and are unable to continue their education past high school. So the Dream.us was born. I have been working with them since 2013, 2014, and there are several scholars. When we first started, it was only 3 CUNY schools, uh, ours, BMCC, and I believe it was LaGuardia. Now it is CUNY wide. So these students who apply for this and do get this scholarship, they can actually get the scholarship while they're in the community college. It's a full scholarship. So it covers your full tuition, but you have to be full time. And it also gives a $500 stipend each semester for students to pay for any additional books, uh, if you need to travel anywhere, so MetroCard, food. This past spring, due to the pandemic, they actually sent out an additional $500 emergency grant, very similar to what CUNY did to assist students during that time. So if you are a dreamer, it used to be that you had to have DACA, which is the term for deferred arrival for child, wait, deferred, God. I'm spacing out, guys. Deferred action for childhood arrivals. So people who were brought here as a child by their parents and were undocumented, they're considered DACA. TPS, which is the protected status, no longer applies in the United States. That was terminated. That program was terminated in 2016, unfortunately. However, you used to need to have one of those statuses to apply for this scholarship. Now you do not. You can just be a dreamer and apply for this. So for this scholarship, in order to, you have two of them. There's a national scholarship. The national scholarship is if you're graduating from high school, or you know someone graduating from high school who is undocumented, who was a dreamer, and they're planning to go to college, they can apply for this scholarship. And community college graduates. So anyone who's coming into, let's say they're applying to community colleges or four-year colleges, or community college students who are already graduating from community college and heading into their four-year, they can apply for this scholarship. This particular award, it opens up on November 1st. It has a pretty long application period. They usually close in and around February. They may change it this year. A lot of scholarships are changing their kind of deadline dates. So let me just look around, see if they have it. No. It does open. I assist students. I usually run at least 2 or 3 workshops per semester. I'll be doing the same thing this semester and next semester via Zoom, of course, to help students apply for this scholarship. It does require an essay and a letter of recommendation. So once it opens, you are free to apply for it. I usually let people know the deadline as soon as I know the deadline. The second scholarship that they do offer is called the Opportunity Scholarship. And this is for students who were locked out or for some reason had to stop attending college and they have no access to college right now. That is called the Opportunity Scholarship, and they can apply for that. And that's also opening up on November 1st. This, once you click apply for the scholarship, you're going to be taken to a login. You just create a brand new account, and once you create that account, you can update your scholarship application as you go along. Everything you do can be saved. The only issue that I have with this login, with this particular site, is it's the same site for this next award I'm going to be talking about for Dreamers. So people end up getting confused with both logins. So again, this is the dream.us, and they offer 2 scholarships: the national scholarships for people graduating from high school or graduating from community college, and the Opportunity Scholarship for students who may have been locked out of their opportunity to continue with college. Next, we're going to talk about the Senator Jose Peralta New York State Dream Act. So a lot of people think, well, this is TAP. Well, it's coming from the same funding area that TAP comes from HESC. So it's a state-funded award for students. It's not so much a scholarship. It is like a U.S. citizen would apply for TAP. Students who are dreamers can apply for the Jose Peralta New York State Dream Act. And it's a very quick application, 2-part process. Once you fill out this, it's like a 1-sheeter part application. They will email the student and then let the student know to fill out the second part, that the second part is ready. So, and their application looks very similar to that login that I showed you before. The only thing is, a lot of students were very scared when this first came out about 2 years ago. They were very scared to apply for it. And well, about a year ago, this last year. because they thought their information was being kept somewhere. But there is actually no way that even a person who works in financial aid can find out the information that's on there about you, because they don't ask you for any social security type number. They don't even let you, they put your address on there. So if you're a dreamer, or you're undocumented, or you have some type of immigration issue that it keeps your status out in more of an illegal status, um, then what you should do is apply for the Jose Peralta New York State Dream Act. Like I said, they're not asking you for anything sort of identifying. I think the only way that they can contact you to is through your email address. And they are funding students up to $2,400 per semester. So that almost pays for an entire semester of a full-time course load at BCC. A full-time course load at BCC with fees is $27.02 and 60 cents. So getting $2,400 pulled away from that is a really great award to have. So I help students with this. There is a page on BCC, which I will go to that website right now. I think it's under financial aid. Is it under state grants? Give me a second. I just want to see where it is. You know, here we go. So when you go under the grants, so I went to financial aid, just going to do this again. And then I went to federal and state grants. When you go there, you're going to find the New York State Dream Act there. And here, if you have any questions, this is the email that you would send an email to. You can send an email to this if you want to apply to it and you need some assistance from me. You can send the email to that, use that email, and it'll come directly to me. It goes to no one else on campus. Since I'm here, anyone, there's a scholarships page here in case you want to start looking. BCC Foundation Awards is opening up. And the Excelsior Scholarship is also, you can also be found on the HESC website. And after you fill out the New York State Dream Act, it actually offers you the opportunity to apply for the Excelsior Award there. So you can do 2 in 1 shot. All right. The next award I want to just show you really quickly, and I hope that, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it because I'm actually plugged in. So I'll probably unplug so I could. Tiffany, let me know if you can hear it. This is one of our awardees from, I think 2017 or 2016. Hold on one second. Okay. Can you hear it?
Yep. If you can put it up a bit.
I wish I could. I'm trying. Where is, all right, darn. You know, I paused it and I was hoping that this was the one where I had paused it. Yeah. Really?
I mean,
let me see, hold on. I just want to see if I could find, was she on here? I think she was. No, she's not on this one. Well, on here, on this website, the Women's Forum of New York, it is a scholarship for women who are 35 years old and older. We have a couple of awardees, and they're actually in these videos. Like I know that in the 2016 or the 2017 video, we have one particular awardee I wanted to show. But this award is usually given to women, like I said, 35 years and older, and who have really, really struggled to obtain their higher education, their college education. It offers $10,000, 5,000 while you're in, let's say, the community college, and then 5,000 when you're in the four-year institution. And they continue to help and really enhance the careers of the women who do win these awards. Now, the eligibility does not mention, and so, and I'm going to confirm this, it does not mention that you have to be a US citizen, but it does state that you have to be attending a 2 or 4 year college within New York City, which is the 5 boroughs, and you have to be residing in New York City, which is one of the 5 boroughs. So I'm going to confirm with the organization to make sure if students who are dreamers or undocumented can apply for this award. And I can confirm that if you want to send me an email, which we're going to have my email at the end of this presentation. It's a wonderful award. A lot of the women who have won this award have really gone through some really substantial obstacles, from medical situations, legal situations, financial situations. And I'm not trying to give away anything, but some of these stories, if you come to this page, womensforumny.org, the education fund, and if you come to this page, you can see the videos and hear just a little piece of the history of these women. You understand that it's so important to for this, or what this organization is trying to do with women. All right. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I think I did stop it. Wait. Let me see. Tell me if you hear it.
I've been out of school a very long time.
Can you hear it?
Beverly, yes.
I was a high school dropout. I became, I guess you would say, involved in the streets, right? There was a lot of things involved. I've been in prison. I spent many years going in and out of the criminal justice system, just being in jail. It was drugs. It was drugs. I stopped getting arrested, and then, I met someone. I had a son.
Beverly's a graduate from Bronx Community College and a former Student Government Association senator.
How important school was, saying I'm a high school dropout with no education, but I'm telling him about college. At some point, my son turned to me and then asked me, "Mom, when are you going to graduate?" And it was like the air was taken from me. Like, I felt overwhelmed. I kind of even felt like a little ashamed. I think it's important for women to get education so we can have more representation in those higher up positions, in the administrative positions, in the politics, public policy. We need proper representation. I thank the Women's Forum for acknowledging me.
Right, I think I'm gonna cry.
The Women's Forum for
She always makes me cry.
kind of confirming that I am worthy. Because being in so many situations, in my experience, there's been a lot of times when people told me I was not worthy and made me feel unworthy. So I'm going to school, I'm taking care of my son. The future is to be educated and to get into a position where I could represent and share my voice, share my experience as a woman. Yeah, that's what my future is.
So
yes.
We have in the audience Sid Williams, and they shared that Beverly was one of their students.
That's right. I hate to use the cliche, it takes a village, but it really, I love to think of BCC, Bronx Community College, as a village, right? Um, you have people in the background that are helping other people and know where to send that person to, you know? Um, you're gonna have, as a student, I know a lot of you are really I really hope that a lot of you are connecting with your advisors. Sid Williams is a phenomenal um, advisor to students, and it's never just advisor student, you know, kind of relationship. It's always friend and mentor and and confidence booster, and it's a different type of relationship. So it's important, it's very important that you connect with your advisors, your peers, the peer mentors, your faculty, because it's definitely going to take a village to get the get to your accomplishments, right? To achieve these goals that you want to do. You don't have to do it alone. So just want to put that out there. So yes, she was one of many of our education fund winners, but I always loved seeing Beverly, and I always love hearing from Beverly. Um,
She was
okay,
also the first Khalif Browder scholarship recipient at
and
CC.
that's right. And Tiffany's actually going to put some information about Khalif Browder, the scholarship award, in the chat, but I think we have someone here, I'm not sure she's here yet, who's going to be speaking briefly on it at the end of this presentation, okay? So thedoor.org. Whoop, I skipped one. CUNY Citizenship Now. So for Dreamers, DACA, anyone who's having immigration issues, or someone who is trying to get, walking the pathway to try and get to citizenship, and maybe paying a astronomical amounts of money to a lawyer, you as a CUNY student are entitled to utilize the CUNY Citizenship Now organization within CUNY, right? They cater to CUNY students first before they cater to anyone outside. And they can help you with any type of legal issue that you're having immigration-wise. And I don't think a lot of students understand the significance of having this type of organization. Not only do they help you with low to no cost legal services for the immigration process. That's whether it's completing a brand new DACA application, renewing your DACA application, renewing your H1N1 visa, or putting yourself on the pathway to citizenship. This is the organization that actually helps all CUNY students for a very, very low cost. And if they can't if they can't help you, then they're going to find you someone at a very low cost to assist you with this, right? So go to the CUNY homepage, get on here. Not only do they also find that they work with non-for-profit organizations to, I don't know if you know, there are fees attached to every application, renewal application. For example, the DACA renewal application is $495 to renew. That's just to renew the application. That doesn't even cover costs of legal fees, right? So they do that, and they do it without a legal fee. So, right, that's one. You're saving already without the legal fee. But they work with local non-for-profit organizations that sometimes gives funding to award people to waive that fee, right? I know that currently at BCC, we just were awarded a $100,000 grant to assist students who are undocumented or dreamers. And you can apply for that grant if you need to renew a DACA, a DACA renewal, or some type of immigration status, or you need books, or you need food, or you need transportation, or you need a little bit more money to complete your tuition fee. So if you're an undocumented student, Dreamer, DACA, otherwise, that's going to be information coming out of the ARC program with Miss Deidre Polite. And we're going to put Deidre Polite's email in the chat for you. So yes, please get to know this website. It's right on CUNY. It's a resource to you. It's free for you, and it caters to CUNY students. The door.org is one of those non-for-profit organizations I was telling you about. They help students, again, low or no cost legal assistance. They have programs, they can find you employment. They can also, if you're under the age of 21 and you have DACA, they can help you gain a pathway to permanent residency or citizenship. So this is another organization that you should really connect with, and it has a lot of opportunity. And they actually have volunteer services or volunteer opportunities for you, civic engagement opportunities for you, and employment opportunities for you. So another scholarship award that is out there is the Mexican Studies Scholarship Fund. And this is a fund, unlike the Dream.us. Dream.us is for your whole entire education. It's like your 2-year and your 4-year, and it's a full scholarship. You renew it every summer, right before, like right at the end of the spring. I think around June, you renew your award. That's for the Dream.us. For the Mexican Studies Scholarship Fund, it's semesterly. Right? So every semester you have to reapply or renew, and it's not a guarantee that you're going to get it every semester. However, if you do get it, it is an award for up to $7,000. So it covers a full tuition and more, right? They also offer you a variety of other features, which, as you can see there, they help you with professional development. They do team building. They really kind of give you a network of folks to work with, CUNY alumni, faculty, and all of that. Invitations to special events and opportunities to be part of their mentorship program. And if you haven't already taken the opportunity to look around BCC, which I know it's been a hectic first few weeks of the semester, but we have opportunities here for mentorship too. So I know that Mr. Clifford Marshall II is in our audience, and we'll put his email in the chat as well for the Male Empowerment Network program, which is a peer mentor program who has the mission of graduating as many BCC students as possible. So I'm gonna let Tiffany put that in the chat. But this is a scholarship that is not just about offering money, right? It's about offering opportunity. And yes, it's not guaranteed that you'll get it each semester, but I think a lot of the students who have applied for this have gotten it each semester. And you don't have to be of Mexican descent. That's the next question. Do you have to be Mexican? No, but you have to be willing to do community service work and peer mentorship work in areas where there is a large population of Mexican communities, right? This is one of those type of awards that really build a resume that gets you noticed. So just FYI. So the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation Undergraduate Transfer Scholarship is one of the most highly competitive scholarships in the United States. They take in applications from every community college in every city, in every state across the United States. And usually, just to give you an idea of how competitive, average number of applications they get per scholarship period is about 6,500. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but majority of those scholarships get cut in half by the time they're selecting, they're looking at them, because for one reason or another, the person didn't qualify, or it just off the bat they didn't sell themselves as well in their scholarship essays. Maybe the letters didn't come off well. So half of them are cut, right? The other half are reviewed, they're scrutinized, right? To see who's gonna sort of which cream is gonna float to the top, right? So out of the half that's left, the 3,200 that are left, about 500 to 600 are selected as semifinalists. Now, semifinalists, you get no money, right? But you're in the running for finalists. However, the semifinalist designation can get you full rides to top-notch colleges, because that's how great of a designation that is. They know that if you came out as a semifinalist out of all of these scholarship applications, that means you're a top-notch student that has well-rounded professional development, leadership abilities, mentorship, all of that. Out of the 500 to 600, anywhere from 40 to 60 are selected for the scholarship. And the scholarship is $40,000 a year until you graduate with your bachelor's. And only students who are selected for the undergraduate transfer program are eligible to gain funding of up to $75,000 for graduate school after that. So this is an award that does not state in its eligibility that you have to be a US citizen. So it's not required, but the candidates have to have attended a 2-year institution within the United States. This is another award that's currently open, as well as the Women's Forum. And I'm currently helping students. I will have 1 or 2, actually about 2 more workshops for it, and then I'll be working one-on-one with students on their essays and helping them nudge their professors to get letters of recommendation. But this is a very hard scholarship. It's not easy to get. We got one. We have had, I think, altogether 3 to 4 in the years I've been here. I've been here 12 years. However, the last one that won was Bright Sagali, and he is currently attending Brown University and having a wonderful time. And Brown accepted him, and he's an international student. So, you know, $40,000 a year for an international student is okay, but then they usually pay more, just like someone who's out of state would pay more. So he received more funding from Brown because of the fact that he was a finalist. But semifinalists can, like I said, can also get you a full ride scholarship for students who show incredible ability and incredible leadership skills and have done wonderful volunteer work and peer mentorship. So just FYI. And of course, there is the scholarships page. BCC Foundation Scholarship should be opening up fairly soon. And this also has the Excelsior. There are links to external scholarships, but always read, like this one is for undocumented students. Always make sure you read when's the deadline, what's the GPA, and it's usually cumulative GPA, not semester GPA. And what are how many letters of recommendation, you know, making sure you're on top of it. As you can see, it has the Dream.us scholarship right there and a couple of others for undocumented students. But you also have external scholarships, which are for any student, New York City, New York State, and the prestigious scholarships and awards and fellowships on CUNY website. I am going to have a lot more workshops for some of these scholarships individually, and then just general workshops that talk about scholarships. So don't worry so much. You're going to get also, anyone who RSVP'd is going to get a listing of all of these scholarships, the links, and my email address. So I'm going to stop sharing at this point so I can answer some questions.
So we do have a few questions.
Okay.
So the first question, actually, technically not the first question, it's the second question, but we answered the first question in the chat, that's fine.
Okay.
The student says, I am undocumented, but I didn't apply for DACA. Also, I'm in the process of getting the permanent residence. However, it doesn't seem to be soon. Can I still apply for the scholarship?
Yes. Yes, you can, because currently you are an undocumented student. And what you're telling me is that you were eligible for DACA. You should still talk to the Citizenship Now folks, because they can at least help you start your application. We don't know what's going to happen from November on, but at this point, due to the SCOTUS decision recently on DACA, students who were eligible for DACA but never applied can put in a new application. So I would definitely reach out to those folks, ask them about it, and still apply for the scholarship. And apply for the Jose Peralta Dream Act. Remember, that's not a scholarship, it's a grant. You don't have to pay it back. It's like how TAP is. It's for you.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
the second question is there an age limit on DACA children to apply?
I think that I think they're not taking from 2014, I want to say, but if I think there's a DACA page, information page about the year you had to have come in by, but there's no age limit on any of these awards. So does that answer the question?
And just to let everyone know, and I put it in the chat already, all of these links that Dr. Arazo went over, we will make available to you via email. We do have your contact information from RSVPing for this event, so we will make all of that available. I will also put Dr. Arazo's contact information in the chat, so you can actually contact her individually if you have more of a personal question that you wanted to get more details. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we have another question. Will the employment opportunities you mentioned only be for students with documents?
No, as I mentioned before, a lot of these organizations work with students who have no documentation. So, I mean, but you have to get in contact with them. I don't know the details on how you would get the employment with them, but I know that they have employment opportunities and volunteer opportunities.
That was the last question that I received. Are there any other questions? If anything comes to mind right now, I would even suggest you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask if you wanted to.
So while you guys are waiting to figure that out, is there someone?
Yes, someone wanted to know if we'll get a link to the employment opportunities.
I will give you the link to the door.org. The door.org, you can look under the program programs and services, and you can look up for that for the jobs and internship opportunities.
Thank you.
Mhm. So also to let you know, I'm here. I want to also plug that we have a wonderful event coming up on Monday. It's called Let Dreamers Dream. And it is a panel discussion with myself, an alumni, Ms. Kiersey Martinez, and a current ASAP student, Yamalet, who I see here, Yamalet Martinez. And we're going to be talking about resources, again, for students with DACA status, without DACA status, completely undocumented. And you're going to hear Kiersey's story, you're going to hear Yamalet's story. And of course, I'll just be plugging in what I just did kind of here. Just want to let you guys know that. Is Angela here?
Angela's not here yet, but as we mentioned, we do have a Khalif Browder scholarship at Bronx Community College, and this is for students who have passed with the law, whether that they were incarcerated or not, previously incarcerated or not. But we do have a scholarship, so I will actually, I'm going to upload the scholarship in the chat, but you will also receive it as an attachment in case you're unable to save it in the chat. You will also receive it in the email that we send you following this event with all the other information we discussed.
Okay, and I also want to reiterate that while the application for the funding that I mentioned for undocumented students has not, it's not ready yet, and it hasn't gone out yet, you can, and I think I do see the ARC Access Resource Center information is there. There are a lot of areas in which Ms. Polite can help you identify perhaps funds or resources of some kind, regardless of status. And there's also the food pantry. So that I'd love you to kind of connect with her. And you don't have to tell us here, but definitely connect with her. And maybe as soon as we both find out when those funds are going to be made available and when the form is available for the application form, that's going to go out via BCC broadcast, which is very important for you to check your BCC email all of the time. And it's going to be put on all of our social media pages. And you could always bug me and send me another email and another email. Is it out yet? Is it out yet? So,
excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
Are you guys gonna, by any chance, try to bring
what? Am I frozen or?
No.
in school?
Okay. What?
I'm sorry, Carmelo, can you please repeat that? We weren't able to hear you.
Oh, my apology. Yes. What I said was that by any chance, is there going to be more of an effort to try to bring out more scholarships that will be available to veterans that are attending Bronx Community College? Because I know
that's a great question. I know that John Rosa oversees the veterans here on campus. I do want to start working with him to help veteran students really identify more than just your DD 214. That won't stretch for your whole maybe entire education.
Yes.
And so definitely I wouldn't mind doing a tag team with John Rosa for veterans specifically. However, like I mentioned, you have my email address. You can send me an email. When I work one-on-one with students, I work according to what those students' needs are. And so if you send me an email and you're like, oh, I'm a veteran and, I am looking to become a psychologist and I would really love to go to this school that's like has the most amazing psychology program, absolutely, I'm going to help you kind of focus on scholarships that you would be able to be eligible for and apply to in time for you to graduate and take with you. So, but yes, I would love to. Um, I'll reach out to John Rosa, actually. That's a good question. Thank you.
Are there any other questions or
Ooh, quiet crowd.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing from my end.
Okay, so then I'm going to give you some, I'm just going to break down some knowledge for you guys when it comes to scholarship. Any scholarships, fellowships, internships, anything that you're trying to get, you have to utilize your resources at BCC. We made mention of the ARC, and that's wonderful for resources that you need as a individually. However, the Male Empowerment Network, which has peer mentorship, that is a wonderful program to really help start building some leadership skills and working with folks to sort of adapt and acclimate to classes. So I don't know if Clifford wants to say anything here, but I just really love the program, and then take advantage of trying to be a leader in a club or organization. Club Fair is going to happen next week on Thursday. I hope you register for it. The same link that you registered for this. You can register for Club Fair. You can register for the Let Dreamers Dream event. But Club Fair is going to open up. You get to find out what clubs we have and see if, hey, is there an officer opportunity? You can build up your leadership skills that way, okay? SGA, Student Government Association, be a part of that. Or even just make sure you're hitting each of those meetings, because as a student, they're your voice and they bring your needs and your concerns to the senior administration here on campus. Honor societies or honors programs. There's 4 honor societies on campus. Phi Theta Kappa, which you know, Ms. Dubon is the advisor for that. Alpha Beta Gamma for business majors. Phi Theta Kappa is any major. Alpha Beta Gamma is business major. Tau Alpha Pi is for physics majors or the sciences. And is it Chi Alpha Epsilon? I think that's education majors, and majority of CD students are on that, college discovery students. There is a BCC honors program where if you take up to 4 honors courses, it'll show that you're an honors student on your transcript. And get involved, you know, because everything that you get involved in, the volunteer work you do, research opportunities that you're doing with faculty members, that's why it's important to get to know your faculty members. All of that counts on a scholarship application. And it makes, like, if you're a 3.25 and a 3.5 is over here, but this 3.5 didn't have any substance because they didn't do anything in a club or organization. They don't have any, you know, connection to anyone on campus. But this person, you, 3.25, but you were assisting the SGA with several of their projects. You are in the Male Empowerment Network program. You've done volunteer work often on campus. You rise to the top of that scholarship. So I'm just saying.
And I'm putting in the chat some links with some information. So in the chat, you'll all find Dr. Ivana Razo Davila's contact information, her email address. You'll find the RSVP link for the events that she mentioned. You'll find my contact, my email address if you want more information on PTK. I've also included the web link for student clubs and honor societies, as well as the link for the honors programming in case any of you were interested in more information on the opportunities that Dr. Razo mentioned.
Okay. So I do see a person that I'd like to have speak very briefly about the opportunities at NYU. Victoria, I see you. Can you unmute yourself?
Hi, Dr. Irazo.
Hi. So can you talk a little bit about the CC Top program? This is the Community College Transfer Opportunity Program at NYU. Go ahead.
Yes. So far, yes, as you mentioned, I think you said briefly about it, the Community College Transfer Opportunity Program at NYU is for everyone. But I don't know, as you mentioned, whether undocumented students can, because I know you have to file financial aid to be able to access it because it's 50% of your EFC. But with the community, the CC Top program basically has few steps. You just need to be nominated. You can be nominated by your advisor, your professor, or faculty member. And once you get accepted into NYU, and you have to apply to NYU. So once you get acceptance into NYU, the scholarship automatically kicks off and you apply for your financial aid and all that. You don't have to do anything else. Just be nominated by a faculty member, an advisor, or a professor.
Yes. And what are some of the professional development opportunities that they offer?
They offer different professional development. I was not able to participate in most of these professional development programs because of my job and all these things, but there are so many things. They also have the CC Top, they have a network of students now. They have WhatsApp group and all these things. They help, you can participate in leadership programs. There are so many things you can take part in. So many things, and there's also so many other scholarships there that they will refer you to. So it's very, very helpful. And also with the Women's Forum of New York, I am also a recipient. So when you were talking about it, I was like, yes. The Women's Forum, if anyone can take advantage of that scholarship as well, they help you with so many things. They have all these leadership trainings. They have all the different trainings outside of the scholarship. Recently, they have the early award, and you can be able to participate in all those programs, get to build your network, meet with different people, and it's a lot. So it's good to be a part of a community. And I'm grateful to Tiffany and Yvonne, because if I got those scholarships, you guys played a role in my life. Tiffany, thumbs up, PTK. Yeah, so, and also as Yvonne mentioned, it's good to be part of the community. I'm speaking as a student, as a former BCC student, as a former NYU student, as a peer mentor, as an advisor, everything I'm speaking, yes. So being part of the community, volunteer, participate on campus, it helps a lot, because if you don't have all those things, when you write in your application, and PTK does too. They have CC Top representatives that come to campus. And I believe they're still doing it. I know they're gonna have a virtual presentation with ASAP October 29th. I don't know about PTK when they're gonna have theirs, because I know we always have CC Top representative. So take advantage of this opportunity, attend these. Now it's virtual, you don't have to be there. So attend this, just log in.
Just log in and listen.
Listen.
Just like you're doing here. I'm the only one with my camera on.
Yes, get all the information you can. Build your network. That's all I can say.
That is very, very wise words. I thank you so much. I am so proud. I can't tell you how many times whenever I see one of our scholars and the students that took advantage of all the opportunities that they could on campus, they're always talking about they talk so highly about how it helped move them into areas that they needed to get into in order to further their, not just their academic journeys, but their personal and professional journeys, right? And like I think I've said it before, it takes a village, and we're here. You got your village right here, Village BCC. So if there's no more questions, I don't want to hold you up on your Friday afternoon. I'm almost out of coffee.
My tea got cold.
I'm saying. So please look out for the, whoa. Angel, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So joining the SGA or male empowerment, does that help someone get a scholarship if you're going to school part-time?
Yes. Any leadership opportunity, any leadership development that you're doing helps you get scholarships. I understand that you're going part-time, but there are part-time scholarships for part-time folks. So these particular ones that I was talking about, like the Dream.us, you definitely need to be full-time. Jack Can't Cook and the others, those are negotiable, right? They're paying for when you go. So if you're building yourself up right now and you're taking aim at being a SGA member or a senator or a club officer or some type of peer mentor, you're doing great. You're already on the right path.
Okay, because I didn't know these things, but now I will definitely look into that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
in the
Thank
chat we have Clifford Marshall. He mentioned that Bray was both in the Student Government Association and a Male Empowerment Network student.
And he was Phi Beta Kappa. Yeah.
So I do have a question that somebody asked me, but
okay.
this question may apply to other people.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been invited to join Phi Theta Kappa in the past, and you didn't get to join and you're wondering if you would get invited again this semester, invitation should be going out within the next 2 weeks because the list was already sent to headquarters. So I want to say keep an eye out on your BCC email. It will not be your personal email, but your BCC email for this invitation, or a mailed address letter to you with your invitation. 2 weeks from today, you have not received an invitation, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll look you up in the system to see if you made it to our list for this semester, okay?
And yes.
What about the other honors program that you were talking about the other day?
I was just going to mention, actually it's a leadership society. So I have just chartered at the BCC campus this semester the National Society for Leadership and Success program, and people who are eligible should be receiving their email or letter in the next 2 weeks as well. And the GPA requirement for that is from 2.75 and up. And so it's going to give you opportunities to, one, develop your leadership and professional development, and then you have assignments you have to do in order to become inducted. So it's not just about, meetings. It's about completing these assignments. So you should be receiving that shortly. I am the advisor for it, and it's our first one. If there are no more questions, it is 1:02. I'm not going to take up the rest of your Friday. I want you to enjoy it. But register for the Let Dreamers Dream event on Monday from 4 to 6 and Club Fair on Thursday from 12 to 2. It's in the same link that you registered for this event. Any other event I'm missing, Tiffany? Isn't there another event?
Let Dreamers Dream. We have the National Voters Registration Day on the 22nd, which is Tuesday. You'll find on the RSVP link, as well as the Civic Action Marathon Day, in which we'll hopefully be screening 2 documentaries on that day following 1 to 2 workshops. So that information will go out to anyone who's RSVP'd for any event during Civic Action Week once an agenda has been finalized, just to see if there's anyone who's interested in attending all these different events that are happening on one day, which will be Wednesday, the 23rd.
I thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No. I thank you for coming to today's workshop, cafe and scholarships. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you in some of these other events, and email me. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Enjoy
Have
your
a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
You too.